Hi guys, it's me UBprogrammer, and today the topic of our video is how to Dockerize any machine learning model. We will see that in a bit in practical, and I want you to know if you are working on any custom project or you have an idea building a product, you can reach out to me through these WhatsApp, email, or you can fill out this form. All the links and info is in the description. Okay, let's get started with today's video. Uh, Here I have an API, a Flask API, and I am using a machine learning model. This is a pickle object of that model, and I am predicting the marks, student marks based on study hours. This is the model I have trained on some data set from Kaggle, right? But your use case will definitely be a different one, so adopt accordingly. And this can be a great example or template for uh, adopt, right? Okay, let's Dockerize this app and run it on Docker environment. I have here Docker file, and first thing I'm doing is importing a base image of Python because obviously I'm using Flask and it is based on Python, and the machine learning model I have trained is also from scikit-learn, which is Python. So I have found this image which is closest to my use case. If you are using something like JavaScript, use Node, right? uh, they also have their official image. You can use Docker Hub to find the images from their repository. Okay, now we have work dir command, which will create a app folder in that Docker container, which is just a fancy name, or I guess a small name for virtual machine. Okay, and copy will copy all of these files into the app which we have just created, right, in the container. And then it will run a command in the terminal of that container, which will be pip install and requirement.txt, which will install the requirements from this text file, which is Flask and joblib, because I'm using only this one here, right? Yours can be or will be always different. Now I have one route which is just simply saying I am live, just to see that we have successfully deployed our, or the API is working. The second one is predict, which will get a parameter study hours, and then it will predict using that model the predicted marks, right? Then it will return a JSON object to me, and it will run on port 8080 of the container, because all of these will go into a container, into a virtual machine, and I'm saying use port 8080, and then I will map out this 8080 port with the port of this machine, my machine, right? We will see that how we can do that also. Okay. So this is basic Flask API setup and the Docker setup, and then we are saying expose 8080 because we want to use that port, and then cmd command, or the terminal command python app.py on this host, right? Okay, let's see now how we can uh, okay, dockerize this. First of all, let's see how many images we have. Docker images. I have one image, no, three images. uh, Demo vid, Then this was, I just created it for the demo purpose. And my Django app, I have Dockerized the Django application, which is, I think, my website. Now what I will do is Dockerize a new app or this Flask API with the new tag name. Let's see how we can do this. Docker build, the command to build uh, image, and -t is for tag or naming, and I will name this as YT demo. The tag will be by v1 version 1. I will name it as this, and then dot means we have Docker file in our current directory, so build it. Let's enter. Building. Now our Docker file commands will run. It has already built it. Work dir. So here we have running the commands until cmd, right? The run pip install, right? CMD is obviously when we use or when we run this container. Now let's see how many images we have now. Okay, so we have our image here, YT demo, which is v1, right? Now let's uh, run this image. Docker run YT demo, but we will specify a port also, because we have exposed a port is 8080. So that means the 8080 port of the container is now mapped or interconnected to my local machine's port 8080, right? Kind of tricky, but you will get it. Docker run. Yes, I unable to find. Okay, why is that? Let's see. YT demo. We have to give the tag also, right? v1. Okay, so now our API is running on Flask, and we can see that from here. I am live, right? So you have seen how we can Dockerize any machine learning model or any Flask app uh, through the Docker runtime, right? And you can now use this runtime to any deployment service like Google Cloud Run or Lambda functions of AWS, anywhere on the cloud services, which will automatically uh, manage the container for deployment purpose, right? I hope you like the video. That's it for now. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.